The following video clip, a short lesson in depth of field and aperture control, is from the Advanced Theory section of the Udemy course, Mastering Small Product and Jewelry Photography. I hope you enjoy it. To learn more, please see the description below. So far, I've kept this course pretty simple and basic so that anyone can learn and take beautiful small product and jewelry photographs without getting too technical. In this segment, I'm going to go over a little bit of theory in depth of field and aperture control for those that may want to use a larger sensor camera like a good mirrorless or a digital SLR. And it's really not that difficult to understand. And once you do, you'll be able to take full control and get much better professional looking photographs. Now, I'm going to give you the short version here, but I really do recommend that you either read a good book or you take a class in the basics of photography. So let's start with the camera's aperture control. Everybody knows that aperture has an influence on your exposure. But aperture also has another very important effect on your photographs, and that is depth of field. Depth of field is the range of sharpness that is in your image from the front to the back. So by using a smaller lens opening or smaller aperture, you can increase your depth of field. And of course, when you use a larger aperture, like say f2.8, or if you're going to be using a good prime lens, like 1.4, you have a narrow depth of field, which means that you can actually use that as a benefit if you want to knock everything out of focus except maybe a certain point that you're focusing on. You can isolate that part of your object and everything else goes out of focus, so attention goes right to the focus point. And there's going to be other times when you may want the whole item in focus, and in a situation like that, you want to use the smallest aperture that you can, and that's going to give you way more depth of field. Not only is this useful in small product and jewelry photography, but eventually you're going to probably do some photographs of people. So if you're going to be doing, say, a portrait of an individual or maybe a couple or a group, it's good to know this because you may want to keep everybody in focus as much as possible, or you may want to get one person in focus and just knock the background way out of focus. So this is actually really good to know in small products and in your general photography, whether you're photographing people or even insects. So I put together a set of images using different apertures, and this is going to explain it very clear for you. And I think when you see the results of these images, I think it's going to knock your socks off. So let's take a look.